They always do. But they always do. Yo, 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 what's going on? It's Terrell, Hall of Fame.
And with me, my Lamborghini.
Your Lambo.
And my Incredible. No, get
Okay.
your... Well, now we're talking about what is the strongest cat, okay?
Look, no,
Okay,
no,
this.
that video is for next week, and you just
the
made that up on the. Look,
strongest
dude,
cat
you just made that up on the fly.
probably,
No, look,
but the biggest cat.
This is not even.
Not my. Everyone, say always. I'm good at subscribing. Okay. I always subscribe to a video, but he never subscribed to my video. Okay. But clip, there's so many Lamborghinis on my video. Okay.
Hey man, okay. Look, I'm taking my video back over. This dude.
No.
Look, dude. Okay, stop. Let's do this video so we can be done. This dude just bombarded the video. By the way, next week, stop. By the way, next week we will be, really? Thank y'all for your patience. But this video is actually about, okay, Max, you gotta settle down. An email that I received, and in this email, basically what it was saying is that, sir, chill out. In this email, what it was saying is that, you know, the individual who sent me the email said that it seemed to him that the American Bully was like taking a Pitbull and putting a different name on it. And the end game is he feels the best end game. And I think his name was John Wilkes, if I'm not mistaken. There's so many damn emails in there. The best end game was to take, maybe the cleaner bullies like a Denzel, and, a combination of that and what Muscle Tone has, which in many ways is like sort of the same thing, because Muscle Tone dogs have a lot of Denzel in them. This is what I tell you. Max, stop. This is what I tell you about this. First off, if you seen, say for instance, Remy, Cairo, and I'm going back to the old dogs. These dogs were not pit bulls. They were not pit bulls. Stop, son. They were not pit bulls in any way, shape, or fashion, And one of the reasons that started, that was very, very much so identifiable is because the UKC let it be known. Stop, dude. The UKC let it be known very, very much so that they didn't want them there. They were too big. They didn't fit the standard. And basically, it was a different dog, And so that's how the American Bully came about. The American Bully came about quite simply because the dogs that we were breeding at the time were too big, even though they looked like the UKC Pit Bull in a lot of ways. And we were using some of the UKC Pit Bulls. These dogs were too big. There's no such thing as a 100-pound UKC style Pit Bull. It isn't. And we had dogs that were outgrowing, the breed, which will happen at any time. So, with that being said, that was the development of a breed, And this has happened in many breeds. You have some breeds where they prance them out and you can barely tell the difference between the breeds, and it'll be, long haired, short haired, describing the coarseness of the hair. And those are some of the smallest breeds, but you're like, damn, this is a lot of different things. But this is the way a breed is. It's very, very delicate in the way that you describe it. So even if you did say, hey, these are the big pit bulls, that's a different breed now. Once you have a standard for it, and you decide to go and lock in that standard, it becomes something different just sheerly off of size. It can have the same look, as we've seen several breeds have dogs that have the same look in different sizes, and it's not just in the bully community. So that that's that part of it. Now, when we talk about, the opinion of, I don't have an objection to people who like an extreme dog. My thing is this. What is the future going to be of the dog if the dog can't exist? And we have to get to a point where we're talking about going past the looks of the dog. You know, it can't just be, oh, the dog looks good, the dog looks good, the dog looks good. That gets old and played out very, very fast. Because the one thing that has to happen is that not only does the dog have to look good, the dog has to be good. The dog has to be doing well the whole way around. And this is the only way that these dogs can get into, you know, everyday homes and challenge the, the golden retriever or the lab for the #1 dog in America, is that the dog has to be able to be mentally stable, not be a vet bill waiting to happen, and it has to have a distinction as to what it is. Now, you know, I've chronicled the many issues of a lot of the extreme dogs. This is not a dog that will ever be built for success, because the one thing is they're too high maintenance. You know, one of the reasons why in recent years we've seen a In recent years, we've seen a fall off of the popularity of the English Bulldog. For a second there, it was a huge boom in the English Bulldog. I mean, you couldn't get them out of anywhere. They were everywhere, man. Everybody wanted the English. Everybody wanted the English. And what people start finding out is those who did go and get English, they turned around and they had a lot of troubles with them. They had a lot of health troubles. They had a lot of issues to where they couldn't keep these dogs healthy for anything. And that boom sort of tailed off because of that. You know, it was just like when you had the boom of the Rottweilers back in the day, and it wasn't a health issue. People just realized that, hey, this is a real deal guard dog. You know, if I don't have the proper setup or I'm not the right person to have this dog becomes a problem. But everybody wanted a cute Rottweiler. And the American Bully is going to fall into that same category if you talk about extreme dogs, because they have several issues. For one, you know, okay, say this is just a regular family that wants a dog. Well, most of these extreme dogs can't go for long walks. You can't take this dog to play in the park. There's always something wrong with them because of the over-muscular nature and the pressure on the lungs and everything else, that they seem to just have more and more issues. It's a reason why you don't see a lot of old extreme dogs, because they mostly die. And I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I'm being realistic with y'all. You know, one of the extreme kings would be, of course, Dax. Max, stop! You're knocking it off. But the Dax would be, you know, an extreme king. And the one thing about it is if you look at his sons, and I always go back to Dax, if you look at his sons, most of them are dead. You know, Dax wouldn't be, you know, Dax died young. His sons shouldn't be, you know, all checked out, but they checked out a lot because, excuse me, those extreme dogs, whether it's Dax blood or not, you know, they're very, very wide. They're very, very heavy. It's a lot going on with those dogs. Like I say, the stress on the cardio, the stress on the stress on the joints, the stress on the neurological with all the extra stress on the spine. This has not been a dog that's been built up to be like this. It's been a fast, sort of reckless process. And because of that, it's a lot of glitches in it. And it's something that if you're sending these out to homes, people are going to very fast, because the normal American way is that, you know, we don't get our dogs to take them to the vet all the time. You know, we don't get our dogs to take them to the vet all the time. That's just not what we do. When we get a dog, we expect that dog to be a dog. Go out in the backyard, run. You know, go to the park, run. You know, come home, maybe run, sleep. You know, just be a normal, healthy dog. The most I got to do is get you some Trifexis or whatever to keep the fleas and all that, and keep your heart healthy, heart guard. Those little things, I expect to do that. I don't expect to keep taking you back and forth to the vet because you're an unhealthy dog and it's always something wrong with you. You know, I also don't expect, you know, to have to buy 1 million supplements to keep you looking the way that you look. It's a lot, you know, it's a lot, and it makes it very, very hard for this dog to gain popularity, not to mention all of the different looks, you know. So, you know, in reality, I totally believe that the original American Bully, which was, you know, like I say, my favorite, Remy, Pokemon, you know, King Kamali, Paco, you know, Toxic, some of those dogs, Hef is in that list, you know. But some of those dogs, you know what I mean, were a perfect fit for what the American Bully could be because they carried all the characteristics that you would want. The temperament, the overall health. They still had a great look about themselves. And it was very, very like, you know, you could tell. You know, you see Paco and you didn't think Paco was a pit bull. You see Hallie, you didn't think Hallie was a UKC style pit bull at all. Same thing with Hef, same thing with Remy. The dogs had come into their own. And this whole extreme movement thing has done nothing but take them backwards, you know. Taking the whole breed backwards, you know, because you split the breed into not just two classes, but when you split the breed, I mean, when you split the you know, the breed like that, you have the two major classes, and I say classes being the true American Bully, the more original, clean, you know, well-structured dog. Then you have these extreme dogs. Now you've got two, you know, you got two things pulling at the breed, but it's not just those two things because it's everything in between. It's everything that you missed, you know. So, oh, I almost had a muscle tone style of dog. Well, that falls into another category. Then you had somebody who got even a little closer than him. Then you had somebody who was a total fail when they was going for that, and they got more to what we would say classic. Then you have people who strictly breed, you know what I'm saying, to you know, the more original American Bully, and sometimes they still get more terrier dogs. Now they have those terrier dogs, and they up there, they killing themselves because of these terriers, you know. So it's a hell of a thing to tiptoe around, you know. But hopefully it all works out, you know. And with some rules and some regulations that we get to the point that we can do this thing the right way. And really lock in the look of the American Bully with locking in all of the function that we need to become America's dog, you know. But until next time, y'all, damn medicine got me slurring and dreary, so it's time to go. Peace.
And please make my dad have 1,000 or trillion likes, please. Okay?
Thank you.
I'll pay you.